Добрый день. Продолжаем играть. Вот, то. Сегодня идем в магазин, да? Сбывать товар. Мы уже хотели томаты сходить. Люлей навешать этому бате Куну. Или как там его? Как нам туда попасть?
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Да.
Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
She means it. The fear is real.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there?
Да.
Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Дитя, поговори со мной. И ты за забором.
I come from the woods, Guttavitu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing her. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Эй, ребенок.
What's this kid shit? Fucking mind games. I'd rather die than squeal.
Get the fuck out of her face. You got done. Talk to me.
Ну да
So
заткнись
it's a
там.
girl. Interesting.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Дитя.
Murder was the case they gave me.
Хвати ее за шапку и все.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
Ладно. Так, она уже... Ага. Это что такое?
Yes? The pile of Eternite looks stranger now that Kuno told you about his pad. Because, unless Kuno lied, you should just be able to pull the panels aside. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Бакс. И напарника прибила.
So this is the shack Kuno mentioned. Let's take a look inside there.
Вот там и выспишься.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine, sweet, and the lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Я думал правосудие. Типа отслеживал?
No, I'm just a regular detective, thank you very much. Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local key.
Еще заначка. Ага. Да блин. Ну, сейчас я себе плащ найду.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing. Man down. A trooper has been left behind the enemy lines. You could swear it's more of an instinct than anything else, but you know it's a cop's cloak.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
As you leap in the
Полет.
air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses.
Закрывать глаза мы не будем.
As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
Хочу его делать, мне же надо в этот... В магаз, там, в амбард или куда там.
Numerous empty wine bottles glisten in the rain. Someone partied.
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you. Yes, this scene isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's just...
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
If you must. But please hurry, we are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. Looks like the inhabitant is rather pedantic when it comes to order. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man is young, dark-skinned, and dressed in a royal. The young man looks happy as well. He's about to smile. Right after this moment, frozen in time.
Why did you take that? Fine, but let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
Туда вообще. Я вообще не планировал сюда идти. И чё, он закрытый, чё? Не открыть его, что ли?
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard. Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there, how can I help you?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you? I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister. Oh yes, born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No sir, those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes I am, yes I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising, it's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core. There appear to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals. Most of them have labels on them, I think. No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone. Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha!
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so. Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. Him and his boy stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling him to take some time off.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
No, I don't think they killed anyone. Let's better talk about something else. Titus and his boys do good work. I don't want to get them in trouble over a little drinking.
He probably doesn't know anything anyway. Who in their right mind would tell him?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo. I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Oh, Lizzie, she is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back,
He respects that word. That's
but she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eye.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
So Everett trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort. Interesting.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really. Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinez, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up. Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Patience. Deep down you have the mental power to keep listening. Not many would, but you do.
Had an arithmetics teacher, Miss Bellows. Her real name was Miss Bellams. She was a real pretty lady, but when she got mad... All the boys liked her, if you know what I mean, mister. We used to sneak in her yard in the dark and peek through the window. One time we saw Miss Bellows with a fellow. Yes, we did, mister. Them was naked too. That's all I got to say about that. Thank you, mister. Almost forgot. Mr. Everett is usually in that container over there, but he already left for the day. He never stays after 10 p.m. Bye-bye now.
large table with 2 huge vacuum-insulated thermal coffee dispensers peer into a discarded coffee cup. You see nothing exceptional. It's a dirty cup, smudged brown, with old ground coffee stuck to the bottom, slowly getting moldy. Look closer. If you squint your eyes enough, the coffee grounds almost seem to make up 2 letters. F. It's a clue. A clue about the person behind all the murders. Yes, of course. It's certainly not just an example of pareidolia, noticing patterns in noise. Worth it. It's meaningful, I swear. You just wait. I've got the case nearly busted wide open. You would be correct. You snatch up the red plastic card. It features a black contour of a crane lifting a container. The name, Etienne Hogarth, is written in the middle. Below it, in smaller text, member of the board. It comes with a magnetic strip.
Так, 2 часа ночи. Мне же спать пора. Помыться там я хотел бы там. А я тут лазю по этим контейнерам. Надо продать те вещички. И пойти в этот, отдать долг этому. Какой интересный подвешенный контейнер? Вот этот?
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded. Marche. On. Arrête. Off. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air. With a surprisingly quiet thunk, this crane was built with a purpose, which has now been fulfilled. To move this, who can say? All you know is...
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
The crane does not return to its original position.
Ну, пойдем посмотрим.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many.
You do? Because I don't. There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one? It's a cargo container, detective, just like all the others. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to interview the union boss.
No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Видеть дверь открыться. Давай.
Despite the dirt that surrounds and trails you, a beacon of light emerges. The door stands silent.
Satisfied, detective?
Try again. Just like that, you hear a click, then a rattle. Some mechanism
Ahoy! Come on in!
Это еще что такое?
You can't be serious.
Это... Это чё?
The man stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but the feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for review. Something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not. Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard. In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
Welcome. Come in. Make yourself at home. Sorry, I'm not better able to...
You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says. It is very...
Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen? Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. Anyhow, my name is Rustam Diodor, investor, license holder, and
Mr. Diodor, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and this is my partner.
Типа алкоголь. Ой.
pleasure to meet you. Public service is a noble cause. To be perfectly blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high. All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices.
And blow. Actually, at the level this guy is, it takes several generations to do that. But, alright.
I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. You've got to work hard because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level. But then, once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really. Which one? The river show, where I nominally reside, or Gra, where my father immigrated from, or Il de Cachebro, where I've registered my shell companies. Listen, if capital and nationalism went hand in hand, there'd be no need to ask the question. States are akin to boulders in a river, slowing the free flow of ideas. Given enough time, the water will wear those boulders down. It is truly, it's almost entirely carefree. It really leaves you time to better yourself spiritually.
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place? That's what you need to ask him about.
What do you mean? Are you talking about my chin?
Подбородки. Гигачат или как там? Да,
Please behave yourself.
I've never heard anybody say anything about my chin. Yet, I know that people often tell each other half-truths, things they think the other party would wish to hear. being rich does not make one impervious to the human condition. Maybe I do have a strange chin, and you're the first person to call me out on this. Not that you should, but you did. For this, traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it
Wouldn't say it's exactly safe now, but financially secure individuals are known adrenaline junkies.
By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly?
In the very, very early days of colonizing this archipelago, the kingdom of Sirens, a precursor of a modern Sur-le-Clay, used to own the city of Revachol, an obscure detail in the bigger picture, but still worth dropping.
Да, в гостинице тебя тут.
Interesting. I've made quite a few real estate plays over. It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals, there simply aren't enough hours a day to hand out all the handouts. It's like feeding seagulls. There are always more, and they never seem to do anything interesting with it, except more seagulls. Spending money is a matter of desire. I'm sure you agree. I don't have the desire for spending it like that. Smart, no? It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising with extremely high net worth luxury yachts, high fidelity portable radio systems, fail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois. What? No, I did not say that at all. Being rich is great. Just don't tell anyone I told you that.
I don't see how it's appropriate for a representative of the law to ask a wealthy person for money.
Come now. There is not even a cent of corruption here. I'm merely, as you may know, us high net worth individuals don't have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think
To beach.
there is 3 real. How much can you get for this?
Come on, man. He's got to have more than that. See if you can score a little more of that.
Да, да.
That's the idea, my friend. You've got to work for the rest.
Вот ты нищий.
Maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan.
This is a proposal, not a question. These ultra-liberal types love losing huge sums of money on ludicrous proposals. Ergo, you should come up with a plan that's totally dead in the water.
Так, который на провал и который это... Ну давай уже не будем на провал, будем это...
Deploying high-concept buzzword generator. All systems functional. Ready to engage. It's time to disrupt the future. You've got to stay lean, innovative, and focus on what matters most.
A youth center, huh? What kind of youth center?
A place to train buff kids. A place to teach them practical skills like teamwork and self-discipline. Come on, tell him what he wants to hear.
Brilliant. Without children, who'll be there to buy stuff in the future? When life closes a door, it opens a window, yes? What's the expected return on this?
You're deep into ultra-liberal territory now. Good work.
Very impressive. You've got a natural eye for unusual investment opportunities. I don't normally do this without a formal pitch deck, but to hell with it. What's the point of being rich if you have to follow all? Here's the round of seed funding. This should be enough to prove out the concept and get things off the ground.
Cha-ching! What'll it be? Speed? Vodka?
Speedway
Cigarettes?
walk.
Bratan, now's your chance to take some time off. Spend it with your good buddy and get absolutely wrecked in the process.
Наркотики и деньги. Хорошая комбинация.
What is this shit? Calculating risks? Bratan! The risks you can't calculate are the only
Bratan.
ones worth taking.
The
Я подумал.
lieutenant looks at you with horror. You've been mumbling to your necktie in a date.
Ah, yes. Now you're displaying it. The eccentricity that
Я
becomes a
богат.
wealthy individual. Remember, it's not a handout. It's an investment. And I expect to see
The lieutenant stands there, dumbfounded. His mouth opens slightly, then closes again. Is he having a stroke?
I'm not unimpressed. Let's leave it at that.
Now, was there anything else I could help you gentlemen?
Давай еще инвестиции.
Why go so soon? I feel with so much more to do.
Тут больше ничего нету? Ну да ладно. Ну вот. Денег у нас хоть... Сколько? Сколько у нас денег? Где деньги-то? Так. Вот здесь ну что? Надо попасть. 2 часа ночи. Надо пойти спать. О.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use chain." The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move. Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for calling. Calling. Still calling. Then
Video Reversal, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lammy. How may I help you?
the voice of a youngster on the other end sounds as enthusiastic as that of a...
Video Reversal is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lammy. Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos. No. Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period? If you need any further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. I can't help you over the phone. Are we done?
He thinks you're pulling a prank on him. On the corner of Voyager and Main, a large neon sign hangs on the side of a building. Video Reversal, 24 hours. It's raining and there is almost no traffic on the street. A woman's footprints in the mud lead away from the front door. Tiny heels tiptoeing down the road. Beautiful steps, light-footed, with a lifetime ahead of them. You look up, and the air seems to grow darker. Suddenly, you feel like you don't want to hear about video rentals anymore. You don't want to hear about any of it. It was all shit. It's over.
That's enough for you today. Let's conclude this call.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of...
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks. The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Coulon, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurred. Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten. It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. Leo must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list. What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants. All items on the list have been cropped. The drawer slides shut.
Так, да, короче, у нас есть 100 этих реалов. Можно в магазин не идти. Потом сходим. Должок отдадим этому. Ой, я очки нашел, я крутой. Драма. Вау, все. Что здесь? О. Куда это я выбрался? Не, мы это спать нам надо идти. А, тут же можно это... Да, все.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? A lot. For the room and broken window? Well... Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in...
He's not sorry about his behavior for your sake. Now that you have money, he really wants to make sure you're not...
The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
The door is closed. This is the door to the room you redecked.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's...
2 часа ночи, какие обсуждать?
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically. I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
I apologize, but I only brought one with me. I have exactly 1 cigarette every night while going over my notes.
Below, the city trembles with its remaining lights. People are rushing home, running away from home, smoking, sleeping, singing in the shower. Edges of dining tables, hands, aprons flicker through.
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easy, yet were he to quit, he would lose the cool factor. This man relishes his cool quite a bit below it all.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day. We performed a thorough initial inspection of the victim's body, so that's good. One could say it's the main thing to do. Then you shot the body down, which was quite a shot. I admit I wasn't sure whether I should give you the gun, but I'm glad I did. Your shot enabled us to perform a field autopsy on the victim. Moreover, you found that the hanged man wasn't just hanged, he was also shot. That was some excellent detective. And you managed to locate and pull out the bullet, so we can get ballistics, make off the gun. All this is invaluable. The rest is up to the boys in processing. Maybe they will surprise us by doing their job for once, but I wouldn't count on it. We also performed a thorough search of the crime scene. All in all, we handled the situation very professionally. Now for the interviews. Not always the right people, I'm afraid. We didn't get to meet Evrard Claire, but we did get into the harbor. It'll be easier to reach him tomorrow. We didn't talk to the Wild Pines rep. We really must do that tomorrow. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, sir. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
Thank you for the compliment. We could manage it even in wooden clogs. There are uncanny running
Деревянных
reservoirs
башмаках,
in his body. God knows why.
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule. Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM. The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol. We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station call slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection.
When power calls you, you come. But power itself is a fragile trick of perception.
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power. We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them. You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. Indeed, not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the coalition government and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the moral intern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away
if they think you do.
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed. They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations. What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day.
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can...
Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something ominous. Something even a little feminine. Something like the dark blue, serious color of the early night sky above.
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract.
For you, she is something painful, though it's...
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about...
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection.
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not.
That's another leitmotif associated.
But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me. Do you? In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes. Then you will adore Martinez. For many of these people, the Union especially, vigilantes is precisely what we are. Personally, I don't enjoy it much.
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses. The red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string from east to west as Revachol commutes back. The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right, an aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below. Kitsuragi's glasses light up as he looks to...
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland. It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts. We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If the...
Night. Captain Bartholomew Price steps into the yard. A piebald horse waits by the motor carriage, chewing oats out of an oat bag. Seagulls fly overhead. The sky is black. Rows of houses on either side, hunching over the sidewalks. And Precinct 41, with its dome roof growing distant. Around him, the streets are silent. A kid on the corner. Thanks, kid, he thinks. He's grateful.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look young.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Все, по койкам. Ага. Что за бардак?
This is not the cleanest bathtub in the world. That soap scum smell. It smells like life. At least the bathtub slowly fills with water. The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting, like amniotic fluid. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks, like sad duckies. You feel nice and lonely, and so tired. Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub. But it's easier than being alone with your thoughts out. They're not even really thoughts, just assorted sensations. None of them acute enough to focus on. Your fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny whirls as the water cools. What are you doing? You're not some fat fish in a fucking aquarium.
Я рыбина.
Time to get moving. You see the corpse. You can still smell the cadaver on you. It's going to take more than one bath to get rid of that stench. Then, houses along a narrow street. A video rental. Darkness on the planet's curvature. The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin.
Тебе залетит, так надо было вытереться.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, now without the expression. It's just wearing.
Так, болторез нужен.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, now without the expression. It's just the faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to. You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regained. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it. The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Ползти,
The
ползти.
sheets feel at once coarse and
No.
clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes.
Что вы
And
берлога?
then sleep doesn't. And then sleep doesn't come. Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening. Maybe it's the bed's fault. Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. Smells of alcohol and sweat and grease. It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm. Breathe, a bit tense in the muscles. Relax. Breathing. Are you sure? Your heart beats a little bit faster at this unnerve. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing, your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Я сейчас сам усну. Я что, во сне буду играть? А, я пошел с трупом разговаривать. Ага.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood? You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Do you remember your wife's hand on your face? Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth? You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me. Oh no, funky baby, you stayed. It was the rest of it that left. Or you just stood there, with one hand on the bottle. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours? No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed, Elysium. Everything. The pale and the useless. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. burning, furious truth. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed. No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots of the disco ball. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweat. Stinky boy. You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding? You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new... Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Пристойся.
Good going, buddy. Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night. You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think. It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time, don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself. Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover. How else did you think you even got up from this floor? You got up from this floor because of a holy vow you made 16 years ago. With me. To wake up exactly 7:30 every morning and don't be silly. There was no vow. You were high on speed. That was the only reason you got up. You can't detect. Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will suit yourself, slow, sad shell man.
Все, завязываем с наркотой. Ведем здоровый образ жизни.
The door is closed. Still nothing. You should punch a fucking hole in it. The murmur in your ear. This door can only be opened with as you hold the metal. You sense the...
Ой, тепло ее руки, она ушла там уже сутки назад. Ух ты, банда.
Morning. I've got some good news. I took care of the body. The thought of him decomposing in my MC wouldn't let me sleep. I'm just glad he's gone. We have other matters to attend to.
The lieutenant is downplaying his contribution. He got up before sunrise to get this done, and now he's quite pleased with himself for taking care of the gruesome business.
The Union muscle finally turned up, and they look rowdy. We need to talk to them. I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the man at one loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it. Everything points to the dockworkers' union. The belt used for hanging him, tracks in the mud, the circumstances in Martinez, my which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy. I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here. Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them. That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
He's not exaggerating about that mortal danger, just calmly factoring it in. Your fists clench and your pulse rise.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate. Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you.
Нет, мы поговорим. На кухню надо еще зайти.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make, okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Quebec. Please, it's not funny.
Гарантий кубик.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his... It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
Ну что ли? А что здесь?
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door, old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
The winch, outside, in the backyard. Remember? No?
Well, if there was a winch, I suppose we could look into it.
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
Gart is the person to ask about this, the cafeteria manager.
The door does not budge. The challenge. The steel doesn't even tremble. Now you're hanging from the handle. The door remains immobile. Okay, it was a challenge, and you failed. What?
Ладно.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Then why are you wasting my time and yours?
Мое время.
Another thing. Great. I love... Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just... No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been...
Wondering about it is, of course, exactly what he's...
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes? How strange. I said yes.
Так, ладно.
Just a moment.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of...
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
Здоровичка, Лена.
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make the union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too. The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later.
To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover. You hear that? Someone's missing. There could be foul play afoot. That's right. Now skip the foreplay. Time to dive into the dark alleys. Start shaking down the usual suspects. You know, legwork.
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine.
But you have more important things to worry about.
More important than a missing expedition? I don't know. Expeditions often lead to something interesting.
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on... Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day. There's a nameless old fishing village nearby, but we've never had any trouble there before. There is a lot of crime around here, isn't there?
I can't say it's the best part of town, but I wouldn't worry too much about a pair of grown men traveling together.
The lieutenant doesn't want to agitate the woman. Do it. Find her husband. This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect. Some fringe science is exactly what's needed right now. Spice up that vanilla murder investigation.
Are you sure we have time to go chasing after bug hunters just now? I did suggest we play it cool, but... if you say so.
Oh, thank you, officers. Truly, I'll be right here if you come across any sign of Morel. Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist.
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it.
The quality of research at Revacholian universities has been on the decline, but you doubt there was ever a time when cryptozoology was embraced by the academic elite. She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own. You're an enthusiastic idiot, but you're still an idiot.
We don't have time for Cryptozoology 101. Let's get back to work, shall we?
Oh dear, I'm not sure where to begin. Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are...
You can't go around Revachol feeling grown men's hands. If you want to find her husband, it's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed, you might say.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case. We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my act. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
I hope I've been useful. Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating, but I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but...
Ah yes, Phasmatodia, a diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, that sort of thing. Ghost insects, colloquially. Oh yeah.
Where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself, hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
There's a touch of awe in the way she enunciated the creature's name.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with crypto...
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you.
There's a hint of defensiveness to her retort, but also confidence.
It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it. Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the...
Interesting. Maybe the phasmid made the teenagers make out.
I doubt it. It's not like teenagers need much encouragement in that. Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insul Indian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insul Indian phasmid. All scientists have their little... Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully? Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie. Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years. Centuries.
That's not special at all. Of course it blends in. Most insects do. You don't even have to be a stick insect for that.
Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. Losers. It's not strange, it's inconvenient. Who told you that? Fine, yeah, it looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty of assholes around here who aren't...
He's exhausted from years of dealing with the assholes. That's why he's trying so...
If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know, so I can forward them the repair bill. Yes?
Че, пойдем в той банды потрещим? Ну что, с
The
этим...
man ponders his cooking utensil. He looks up at you, then looks away quickly. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door. You see a heavy steel door. The cobalt blues, old cobalt. It leads to a side build. The door, a challenge. You're right.
Ну, ладно. Пока оставим дверь. А если ломик взять?
Yes?
Не, да не.
You see a heavy steel. The door, a challenge.
Нет.
You're right.
Let me handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten.
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
No, I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does. That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everard sent to law school?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes. In the way you caught her off guard. Push her some more.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
You set the pace and the topic of these conversations here. It's that a man like Easy Leo could have said anything. Do not be restrained, sire.
Сладкая. Dukes, it's stupid. Машина
He
смерти.
said no such thing. This isn't about me.
Calm down, everyone. Let's stay professional.
Dirty tactics, officer.
Грязный приемчик. Да. Это что вы со мной сделать?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
Ты что
Aggressive?
такая агрессивная?
You make your living enforcing violence. These people
Ты
are
что
just dock
такая
workers.
дерзкая, а?
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
Крутая и прикольная приватизация.
Look, a comedian. Do your job, ask your questions, then get out of Martinez.
Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary.
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority.
I saw what you were thinking. You want to say, what are you going to do to me? Don't. Just because it's in your head doesn't mean you have to say it.
Надо спросить.
You will not lose out on anything good by not saying it.
Не сказав этого, ничего важного не потеряешь. Я спрошу.
What are we going to do to you?
You were specifically asked not to say that, and then you said it anyway. You junior delinquent. But you still did.
Вот невоспитуемый. Когда мне говорят, не делай этого, значит, надо делать это.
The union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress.
Hey. Psst. Psst. Hey, you. Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Я такой взялся,
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
Ничего я не говорил,
not in
Джо.
so many words, but don't deny it. You're about to rip off that mask of social democracy and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that will devour and mastic. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Коммунизм вы что гоните там, что ли?
Failure. It's about failure.
Крахи?
Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the you alone against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed you against the atom, the charm and the spin. Where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will now get to work, comrade.
Закатать рукава. Построим коммунизм, да? Нет.
Very well. I guess no one will build communism then. Tell the working man it's over, unless anyone has no objections. It's mathematically impossible to achieve a classless society. Let not failure ensnare you any further, beautiful pixie girl. Be an acrobat, a prance. Did someone mention cocaine? Are we doing
Кто-то говорил про кокаин.
No. I'm sure I heard someone say cocainism.
Кокаинизм.
Anyone? Anyone else? There's no one?
Шизофрения прет так.
There's one. You should build communism precisely because it's impossible.
Так. Давайте Фомку мы не вытащим с рук. То, что нам наложили. По роже надо будет дать ему.
This is where you say your bit.
He's used to giving orders and having them obeyed immediately. You should not indulge him. He and his men carry themselves like giants. You'll need to prove your mettle to be taken seriously.
Detective.
Precinct 57's finest scans the room, leaving the speaking to you. He trusts you. Maybe against his better judgment, but he does.
О твоем поведении.
Wow. The RCM sent us some big dick cops. Real
Ты
big
плохо
dick
вел
cops.
себя сегодня.
Look at them. Reckless. Swinging in the wind.
Yeah, look at the big dick on that cop. Can't tell a dick that big what to do.
Must be something in the water in general.
Yeah, gave them real nice big dicks.
Yeah. Anyways.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to...
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them. Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match. Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man. In his 30s. Overbearingly masculine. Wants the world to know he's a macho man. Tobacco chewing and knuckle cracking. Who else do we have here? Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Coughs a lot. Across at the other table. hobnailed working boots, size 43, gang tattoos, Mesk or Sarah Mauritian in his late 30s, early 40s. He spent his youth in Villa Labos, a housing project in the Jamrock quarter. They were incarcerated, and then standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 46, the big dick, wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips, rugby cap, fingerless glove. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T in the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that on his neck? Forget it. It's not important. Let's call this one the musician. Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing. In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy. Boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He, alone, is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily... Awful smell. His feet stink from all the way over there, despite having boots on. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but theirs exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions.
The fuck is with you, fella? What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy Boy, there's 7 of us and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy Boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
This person Glenn wants to hire, he really respects her. She? So there's an 8th Hardy and it's a Hardy girl? Who might it be?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want?
It has to be good, if he won't let you pursue it. Looks like the lieutenant thinks so too.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy Boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy.
So, you're not just here to swing your big dick. You're here for the pretty boy. A real looker, that one.
They love him, boss. Spend all day digging around in there. Can't get enough of that pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
You mean these boots? We all got a pair. We wore them the night we took the pretty boy out back and hung him by the neck.
As he speaks, his fists contract, going through the pulling motion again, savoring it.
Yeah, we did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why.
There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could take them all away. It's too simple.
There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic. They're playing to their considerable strength in numbers. Don't talk about arresting them. You'll only bring attention to your inability to do so.
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, cop?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of cop school and many more of active service. Certainly enough to not put up with this backsass. Deliver a knockdown observation.
Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, capo. I'll say it again.
That definitely caught him off guard. In comes number 2 to take care of it.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clapped him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up. Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others, but... Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man, the least antsy of the bunch. Definitely not his first time being questioned. This little rat-faced fellow is solid too. Always fidgety, yes, but no change there, him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice, or whatever he's got there. Tomato juice? Just tomato juice? A non-alcoholic... A single sentence would wear him out. He can't take the length of the questioning. Keep it going long enough, and he'll crack.
No. Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
My fucking elbow, Copper. Samaran boxing style.
He may be lying, but he's good at it. No twitching, no rushing, no uncalled for details.
Right fucking here. The fucker started coming to our bar, asking for it.
They keep speaking for Titus, so that he wouldn't get his hands muddy with too much explaining.
And fuck you too, Copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you...
His all-muscle comment wasn't sarcastic. He's genuinely... This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet.
Like what, Copper? How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the Coalition. During the...
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
The River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the Coalition, dubbed Reunion by the inmates. The origin of the name is unknown.
Это другое, вы не понимаете.
Doesn't remember them. He just forgets. Are you hearing this, Titus?
Ain't no use keeping a stiff catalog in your head. That's for sure.
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a hardy boy without... Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation. Titus, keep addressing him. He wants everyone to know he's in charge.
Who do you fucking think does?
He's so sure it's him. But it's not that simple. There's someone above him, or beside him, sharing the leadership. Hard to say who.
Нам шашарабашился.
The sweaty man turns red and looks first down, then around him, apologetic. He wasn't calling the shots that night, or any night. If anything, he was used as a tool for...
It's not the fat ass. Titus runs the Hardy Boys, genius. That's why we're called the Hardy Boys. Ain't that right, fellas?
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man. You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
Known him? We don't associate with scum.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean the representative for White Pines? The shipping company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Huh?
There was a bullet in the dead man's brain. Why was it there if you hanged him?
How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe.
Interesting, sire. It's as if he's lying to protect someone. He's not very good at it.
This line of questioning is over. You got the cause of death already? Hanging. If there's any post-mortem trauma, it's your problem. This will not turn into a cross-examination.
This was a good move. Also, notice how Titus doesn't like her much, especially when she's calling the shots.
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out of line. He stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semini.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
'Cause one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, "I'm RNE's goddamn special forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all!"
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some RNE's paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
Sire, the tale is true. This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation? He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming, "Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt?" Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of...
Yeah, me and Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking listening?
There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
No. You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it.
Despite the stonewalling, you can slip one more question in.
Titus, do not answer. You have been forthcoming enough.
Fuck off, Carl. She's gone through enough without you harassing her too. She doesn't need more embarrassment.
What are you talking about? Embarrassment? If someone has been sexually assaulted...
What you need is to get the fuck out of my face. I've had enough of explaining myself to you fucks. He's dead. It's done.
As you can see, these men can only take so much baseless scrutiny. I'm doing my best to keep the situation civil, but...
It won't be for long, she means. It's true. She was the only thing holding him back.
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert dominance over you. Weren't you warned to not go down this path? And yet you still go and do it. Just because you can, doesn't mean you have to say everything that comes to mind. Back out before the situation escalates.
Not in the arresting mood?
A fearful readiness, like an electrical charge, raises hairs in the room. By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon. Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and they outnumber. While the little rat-faced man reaches into his sleeve, there's a knife in there. Some of the others reach for their belts. Their eyes are light.
Look, coppers, I know you think you're doing your job here, but there are 7 of us and 2 of you.
That's an Easter 50, a Ziemsk-made monstrosity. It'll blow your head clean. Almighty God, even Dick Mullen only has a 45. He doesn't actually want to hurt you. There's an easy way out of this. A self-deprecating joke.
The little guy? You're the little guy now.
So, little guy, you had some questions?
Beneath everything, he's grateful. Just a bit. You don't force him to get ugly.
Yeah, little questions.
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility, we're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beat.
Rent-a-cop? So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals. As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look for... You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with almost... You seen Apricot, old Purdue's daughter? Asks Lieutenant McCoy. Uh-huh, replies Torson. The ass on that one. McCoy shakes his head in appreciation.
Huh? You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
You saying we don't help people? I've been doing this job for 10 years. Martinez was...
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffito removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up. But
you want to help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her. But if you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
Glacia. I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags. A real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit. Blonde. That's I'm on due.
shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were...
Oh, it's her! It's definitely her! It's Miss Oranje, disco dancer!
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, but no one notices. Your spine is too damn straight. None of these people would ever suspect you've met her. Whatever you do, do not tell him you know her. Calm, normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Something is off here. His anger is...
Was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investor.
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
Here you go, boss.
I know her.
How well do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing.
Well enough, Copper. We partied. She's been here for a few months.
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten.
You mean Revachol? Nah, she's an immigrant. Or a drifter of some sort.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all.
Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it. And what was up with the partying she and Titus did? It sounded fun.
What do you think I meant?
Секс, наркотики, рок-н-ролл.
Yeah, pretty much. No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now. He's doing a good job here. A commendable performance of I don't give a shit.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain. You still on about that bullet? A bullet in a hangman?
Indeed. Mighty. How did it get there?
Well, there are so many bullets in the world. I guess it's only logical.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
Sire, it would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes.
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid. And his brain...
It is possible to live with an injury like that. Makes you touch the back of your skull. No, you'd remember that. You've been shot at 4 times. Hit twice.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
All the goofing around is to avoid light. They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this.
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober.
No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him?
Before? After? During? This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time.
Never been worried in my life, lawman.
It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there, somewhere.
Again, just get the dead guy's autograph.
Good one, Titus.
About fucking time. Again? Seriously, man. Yeah. What?
Так. Ну что ж. Так, что, пойдем поговорим с той барышней?
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The Hawthorne, the men are talking, but you swear you hear those black limbs tap on the window as the wind blows outside. You see 2, maybe 3 bushes grown into a single thicket over a period of circa 50 years. It takes time. There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches, light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the... Someone hid the key in the bush and attached a yellow ribbon to make it easier. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Huh?
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would...
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The Hawthorne's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bush.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch and slides it across the The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in...
I'm tired of listening to your shit. Don't thank me. I don't give 2 shits about your key.
There is a silence around this man's words. Unlike Titus, they're afraid of him. That's the type of respect he commands.
Didn't even know it was there. Boys.
No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place.
Ключ от этой двери той на кухне.
It could open the door in the kitchen. The blue door. It says workshop spare. Maybe there's a workshop there?
It's worth a try.
Но сначала мы сходим.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time? I am not.
You could be Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International. The cold look in her eyes speaks louder than words. It's not her. She's not a hardy girl. Definitely. The door is closed. There's still a dent in the vinyl where you punched it before. This little depression is all you could inflict on the door. Beauty has abandoned you in this ugliness, Honcho, and then some. You cannot even remember the name of beauty, what beauty was. White morning, it was morning all along. You should have seen it coming. It was right behind her eye.
Who is it?
Раньше могу ответить, когда еще стучал.
Tired, controlled.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around. This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills. It's been used quite a lot, but not for scrubbing blood off towels or anything else interesting. It's clean of chemical odors too. Just some dried toothpaste. This toothbrush belongs to someone who doesn't give a damn about her teeth. Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic.
Anything of note?
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an Nacra. This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around.
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
You could say he's on the lookout. Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container. Silently, the bottle slides into your palm. Then, as you feel so sleek and beautiful, you got it. Here comes the afterburner. Time to become a super detective again, Harry. Just put it in your sweaty little...
Наркоман. А ну-ка, как нам употреблять амфетамины? Не, мы не будем.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished gold, smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect.
Looks like it, yes.
You know which window has not been recently replaced?
Это еще что? Чувство вины?
I was being sarcastic. It was established that you did it.
Stop distracting him! He has work to do! Plus, if I recall, the window has been giving him shit ever since he got here!
Да, напрашивалось.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air. You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into... The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledgement.
Welcome to the roof.
Her hair is still slick from a shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built then toned over several years of self-defense training. You can sense it in the sharp pointing.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will. Oh yes, legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Да, точно, там в ванне находится портал в ад. Диско Инферно. Не бедный диско. Нет, это просто я там все раз... Ад. Вы не ведаете, о чем говорите.
Oh, I do. They also say it's why the cleaning lady quit.
She just admitted to being on familiar terms with hell. A rough life, certainly.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I see you've already met my colleague.
This does not come as good news to him.
Have I ever? This is the biggest fan of ostentatious orchestrations I have seen in my life. And I have seen a few. Oh, yeah. Life gets hard, but we go on.
The chorus of the 35 single, megaphoning the entire human race, instills you with the fuck it all swagger that prompts one to plow into grannies on your morning stroll.
Wow.
I assure you, he's not about to tear it up in any style. In fact...
We'll show him. You'll tear it up all the styles.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, no need to dilly-dally. She's tough. You sound like a namby-pamby.
No, yeah.
Coach Physical Instrument is overdoing it, even by my standards. Say something else first. She looks at the dried petals in your palm. Then, like chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style? Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer.
Or an admirer?
Admirers? I'm too old to be a debutante. And this place is no fashionable society.
Question avoided. Let's conclude that she has admirers. Plenty of them.
Yeah, it's pretty deluxe.
No one likes to talk about their dirty laundry and their empty bottles. Maybe if you phrase it emotionally.
Yeah, I've contaminated it pretty bad. The contamination spreads from room to room. First, I escaped upstairs. The sad got that too. Then I found the handle for the summer door.
Oh my.
The world.
A squall of seagulls under the low-hanging sky. Distant machinery from the harbor.
It's hard to contaminate such a wide open space. Even for me. At least I hope so. If I do, for me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. Talk around the establishment is, you have an industrial sad spill in there.
Somewhere below, military-grade SAD is dripping off the walls. You should say the first thing. It's honest. It will lead to introspection.
That's where it always comes from, isn't it? From the head and from the past. Sounds like an advanced form of what I've got, with a bit of old love sprinkled on top. Are you sure? Love is terror.
Sheer terror, panic, and screaming.
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
The bills downstairs concur.
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol? I always wanted to see the only city in the world in the worst time of the year. It's a tourist thing.
This is by far not the only reason she's here, and she isn't really hiding it either.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you No, don't listen to the stiff. Be cool.
With money, sir. It's not exactly the anti-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
The anti-star is, or was, a vespertine rock and roll star who liked to do drugs. He did so many drugs, he eventually mutated into a corpse.
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
Better safe than sorry. Oh, yes. One of my favorites. It cures, like, not being able to stay up for 36 hours, not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a merit speed molecule, basically. Huh? Motherfucker took my Preptide? Looks like you owe me one, officer. I'm talking serious corruption here.
This does not amount to actual corruption. I can easily log it under confiscation.
Robbed by common highwaymen.
It's hard to tell if she means it in earnest or... She's not angry, but it's true. She's gonna have to find some more Preptide now.
It is.
An evasive maneuver. Ask a follow-up.
Yeah. I'm trying not to lie to you here. Stop making it hard. I don't want to lie to the law. It's not my style. I'm just a girl whom windows break around.
You hear the scribbling of the lieutenant. Feels like success.
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, torn and sparkling and draped.
Clausier Amandou.
Same name that Titus gave you. It sounds Oranese, as does her accent. Her birthmarks also signal Oranje. You don't know why, but Oranese girls tend to come.
Right, sir. Vredefort, Republic of Oranje. I guess you could say a bad memory, officer.
The Republic of Oranje is a democratic nation on the Muindi Isola, north of here, over the sea and across the Pale. It is one of the 6 major Occidental nations to hold stake in the continued occupation of. They will make you into a fiscal colony, divert your natural resources, hold patents and shares, but they won't threaten to wipe you out.
Of lilacs and lightning, parks, glass, duraluminium. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. At night, at least.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing, if you're no longer there.
The conference centers are filled with people who get angry at you if you do something wrong.
Sooner or later, everyone does. I'm 28. Something stupid.
Wanna hear what's stupid? Somewhere in a one-room apartment on Boogie Street, a young man shows Patrol Officer Tilbrook his partner, Emil Mullins, can't be there. He's in another apartment with another man who's showing him a dead dog under the radiator. It's dead, Mullins says. No, the man replies. He's warm, Mullins replies, because he's under the radiator.
No. More stupid. But I need literature. It's what I studied at the university. Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Aranese. All national literatures are...
What about Revacholian literature? People sometimes reveal things about themselves when they discuss...
No. Revacholian lit is about how magnificent and serious Revachol is. It's about how you have to save the world. That's the natural state of the Revacholian hero.
She seems quite relaxed for a victim of assault. But, of course, what seems should not be your problem.
Nothing. I do nothing with it. Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Aranese lit. Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary.
It's the world's most tired smile. Miss Aranye, now there is something you should linger on. All things considered, very. Now linger.
It's a beauty pageant, held in the year of our century 37, in Aranye.
She was 14 at the time.
It's a competition for stupid girls. Men look at them and choose the most beautiful. When you have a few deviations from the norm, I've been told it's a type of mediocrity. Yes, and for that I got a crown and a sash and a scepter and a scarf. Indeed.
Her voice is indifferent to the number.
I don't think I've ever heard anything less relevant to any investigation.
Come on, detective. Cut him some slack. This guy's been through some heavy-duty emotional stuff. I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline ticket.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river. If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
She seems to be telling the truth, sire.
Okie dokie.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
The record. So official. Yeah? Alright. Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean? By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered. She looks around. The sun has risen over.
It is. It's murderously early. I'm amazed I'm awake. Why am I even awake? Yeah, I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
It's all very organic. Her mannerisms, her movements. If she's acting by they, she means the Hardy Boy.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery, sexual assault maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier. Pretty much.
Warming then. She must be very cold. And warming up your hands relieves stress and anxiety, makes you feel and appear calmer, more comfortable. Seems she's doing that here.
We partied. A lot of partying going on.
From Titus, about her and Titus's relationship. That's where you heard it.
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that. Please, you're alive in 50. I've known people who party so hard they're dead at 14. What no one does on your level is hitting the repeat button. I'll give you that. And maybe room trashing.
What did you do when you
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
Whoa, after so much drinking and drugs, how did they manage it?
Untraditionally, officer.
She's cold and strange. I'm not picking anything up here. Your imagination starts whirring, whether you want it to or not.
I guess you can say that, yes, a bit. Lovers is such an emotional word. But there was something there.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out. What's that about? With longing. She misses him.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that. Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Jackpot.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss.
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
Tearing off his armor. Demeaning him. Throwing rocks at him.
The voice was disguised. Did you...
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little. With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
So, she's God's mystery foam cutter.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Jigsaw falling into place. This is satisfying. Good catch. Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Thanks.
She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been complimented on her bike repairs.
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears.
We're not entirely convinced about that answer, but okay. Let it slide. Pushing won't help here.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can...
She meant she sees him in her dreams.
You have? Not like I do, I imagine.
She sees them in each other's arms.
Yes. And then he's dead. His mouth agape.
Agape, ready to catch a bullet. A coincidence. Make a note and return to it later. She dips the cigarette in the lighter's flame and inhales, then looks.
I can see the similarity, yes.
Funny.
Funny how?
Nothing. I also saw him. We had a long inspection and that sort of thing sticks with you. Let's move.
In my dream, he thinks, he said, I failed his children. You glance at the lieutenant, then back to her.
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Bullet? They shot him too?
Может, этот Ким, когда промазал, попал ему в башку.
I'm not picking up on any theatercraft here,
Хотя
sir.
пуля-то не
The pause is sincere.
They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
This is beginning to get confusing for you too, and we don't like that. Where was she last Sunday night?
Cowering. I was cowering downstairs with Sylvie. They're frequent guests downstairs. They have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now. Over drinks. It's been a long, boring... A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have. Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But that's probably where they got the rape idea. Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me.
She changes balance from one foot to another, crossing her legs.
I'm 89% sure. You know how it is.
You do know how it is.
Maybe you don't.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales. Easy to see now.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
She takes a long, hard drag. You hear cracking in her shoulders. She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth. Soft, light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you. You know these guys? Who? Me? Yes, you. He's talking about you, you boring stiff. You too. Me? What did I do? I'm merely master thespian. These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info, you can't trust them anymore. Believe it. There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to all of them. Bullshit, man. I ain't compromised. Especially that guy. That guy's the most compromised one in here. No fucking way, man. I just want a drag of that sweet menthol Ziggy. Really? Quick, tell me what's under her jumpsuit. Glory, truth, softness. Protect her. She wants you. I take it back. He's got it pretty bad. But this next guy's on a... She likes you. The crown head is a boring condom. He's jealous. This is human nature. How it always does, through subtlety. There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do. No. It's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not? Yes, Mr. Thespian here has been singing paeans to how truthful she is. She is a lady, most fair and just. In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to employ half-truths more often than outright lies. That is correct. And omissions too. A little. They're all still of limited use, interpreting things to the best of their ability. Maybe they add flair or something. I wouldn't know. I don't add flair. But when it comes to assessments of character and factual accuracy, they are not to be trusted, not with her. Don't be melodramatic. You can trust them. Just not with Miss Orange Disco Dancer hair. A light green speck and imperfection on the outer rim of her right iris. It sparkles. You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one who usually... She may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping, unrelated to this case. You doubt it's something truly. See? It's oddly moderate, probably compromised. You are not afraid. This is a mere girl. She was someone's child but a decade ago. Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this. The silence broken. She exhaled.
God, no. Not my favorite topic, but okay. How about we, change the subject to something more lighthearted? Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
I don't know. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kit. I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case.
Below, the hostel cafeteria creaks and groans under your added weight. A skeleton of composite support beams and cantilevers. A dull thump. Somewhere inside, a wind brace rattles from the imperceptible.
The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Must be something valuable inside to go through the trouble of protecting it. The door is very sturdy indeed. Something cracks inside. It is an unbelievably satisfying sound.
Nice.
Filling you with a belief in your own body.
Sounds like the property damage wasn't in vain, at least. Would it hurt to look in? I don't know about that.
It totally was. You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new. 3 weeks maximum from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know...
This is good. He likes it. There's a little smile there.
This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. Commendable work bringing us to this place. It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind our rape victim's room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. Soul could be bigger than vamp. One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. This print is unlike one left by a regular worker boot. It is not a brand sole with logos on it. Shoe size is 41 to 42, maybe 43. It could be a large-footed woman or a small to average-footed man. This is, of course, damn.
Between that and that. The size looks about the same, actually. They are not the same shoe, but they could be the same person. No, these little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still...
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor. You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman, writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
Boring footprints. I want to jump to sensationalist. You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural there. Since if your mesolimbic reward pathway were to venture a guess, one of the bottles is probably being put somewhere. And were your glands to venture another guess, they would add to that another bottle is being put somewhere very close to. Also, you can literally put speed up your asshole. Did you know? Enters the bloodstream right through the mucous membrane.
Извращенец.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window. Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan. What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
You would have caught it. Like hell you would have, remember?
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her. You think so? Being candid is the best way to lie. The appearance of candor with some facts thrown in draws attention away from whatever one chooses to omit. She may be trying to control the pace of the investigation. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our inquiries will bring us back here soon enough.
Over there, in the corner. Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius lit, a phrase almost synonymous with the Insulindian pinball scene. Any pinball scene.
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats, a classic.
Oh, it's more than just a classic. A must-play. All serious pinballers have attempted the greats, like Gottwald's, Knut Schmeling, and Jürgen Sternemann. Mesk pinball legend, Yara Flavia Yandiroba, and...
A little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready. Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak. The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
Так, я надеюсь, мне не придется играть в панбол.
It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat face. Go, finger boy.
I feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was. The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travel. An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent. He also hit his wife and kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets.
That's what they should have turned into a pinball game.
But you seem to be having fun.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board. And although a few natural selection, suddenly a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the... Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets the tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. An ampoule? The last one. The words "pale rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats, lucky goats. The fog looks soft and inviting. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Hit the pads as fast as you can. Maximum attack. The amount of focus it takes to predict when a ball goat is in striking range is staggering. But you're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from... You're in a perfectly balanced system where neither you nor the power is able to get the upper hand. This could go on forever. With automation-like precision, you keep the final goat ball in play, reacting to the tiniest stimuli. Floating in the flow state, Gordy Ball is lit.
Huh?
A panel opens up at the top of the playfield, and a new ball charges downhill. It's larger than the goats and a mat. So violent is its descent, it immediately knocks the last goat into the abyss. Then proceeds to bounce all across the... High score, announce the speakers, and the whole machine lights up. Then the flippers retract, leaving a perfect opening for the Gordy Ball to join the goats backstage. Cornelius vanishes, and the machine powers off.
That's amazing. You didn't just win. No one I know has ever beaten Gordy's goats. That is a monumental achievement, Detective. Those are professional tempo runners. They're paid 4 figures per game. I meant normal human beings. Congratulations, Your Highness. That was really impressive. The machine needs a good service before anyone else can even attempt it again. Yes, good times.
Once again, the machine becomes one with life has left it, unlike...
Обратно, да, идти. Получается.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
Have you tried using the key? I suspect that will work.
The key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort. All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back, feels like it might jump back to life any moment. the lights illuminating the white rope.
Some kind of inane pinball theme, probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the...
Diora was one of the 3 crown cities of the DeLorean era, on the Muindi Isola, the others being Ria Silvia and at Vesperas, the Lieutenant grimaces looking at the machines.
You can't fire them up. They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now. Kim, Pinball, Kitsuragi. Exactly. That's what he's known as. His reputation precedes him.
So now he remembers. Fine, I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka the Kimball. You remembered. Congratulations. Wonderful. He only remembers hearing about the pinball police. No human being should. It is a game that requires no skill and a childlike affinity to flashing lights and to fantastic. It is lame. I am not called Pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago. Fine. I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring, as you do when you're a juvie cop. It was not okay. I needed to become a pinball champion. I trained for 9 months. The job was successful and I was moved out of the juvenile wing. End of story. That time is over now. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming, as was playing pinball.
So that's why he doesn't want to talk to Kuno. Trauma and stressor disorder from being a juvie.
It's best if you handle the juvenile delinquents. Not only to you, I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi to everyone. Now we really need to continue our sweep of what appears...
Так, ну все, тут нам делать нечего.
The man ponders his cooking.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those. Oh, okay. Well, I did hear you make noise.
He's really holding himself back here. It takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know what's behind.
Okay, what is back there?
Скелеты мавзолей.
Yes, haha. What's actually behind there? Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean. No, I was just wondering if you found
He was wondering about something business-related, about how much money he could make of one.
Capitalist plot. The pinball we have in the corner now is broken. I want to diversify the entertainment. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than the hellish karaoke machine. That one's always...
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up must be making good sense to him right now.
What wall? I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the whirling does not abide spark.
The color has drained from his face. What a shame to fix such a good peephole.
Absolutely not. Fuck you for even implying it. It wasn't me. It wasn't my stuff. The establishment will look at it and ascertain what it was.
Well, he's definitely not lying. He wouldn't endanger this business like that.
Sir, he was only asking a question. It's his job and mine. See that?
Yes, I absolutely will. Sorry, it's been a bit of a day. And now a hole in the wall.
Не трогай дыру.
Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment? I hope not.
Нет.
Yes?
Так, ладно. Думаю, на сегодня хватит. Сохраняемся. И продолжим завтра. Всем до новых встреч.